Yo, what's up? It's the Prodigy man. Today, this is going to be the WWE Hell in a Cell 2022 match card review. And basically, we're going to go down the list of the matches that are going on. We're going to talk about the matches. We're going to say if they really make sense, / are we interested in them, and who should win. So let's get it. So first matchup, again, not in order. Or not. I don't know if these. I obviously don't know the order. Only know that what the main event's gonna be, but don't know the actual order. Just gonna call them as we see them. So, Kevin Owens versus Ezekiel. Kevin Owens should win this match because I feel like he's the only person in this match to be taken seriously. Because let's be honest, the Ezekiel thing is a complete joke. Funny enough, I think he's the first person in WWE to get his name extended because usually they cut off the last name or they'll cut off the first name of someone's in-ring name in NXT or like beforehand. They'll like cut off their first name or last name, but in this case, he actually got his name extended. It was Elias. Well, actually, it used to be Elias Sampson. Cut it off. It was Elias. Now he's Ezekiel. So I actually extended his name from Elias. But anyway, this is a joke of a storyline. Kevin Owens should win it because he's the only person that I could take seriously in this match. And even then, I can't really take him seriously but shout out to him. He's trying to make the best out of the position he's put in. He probably could have gone to AEW, been Kevin Steen, been more of that hard-hitting, Stone Cold type character. But he's a family man, and he was aiming for the money. No issue with that. But hey, bro, I hope he gets a better feud. And yeah. No holds barred match between Madcap Moss versus Corbin. Happy Corbin. I like that they changed Madcap's character. He had the look for like someone who to be taken seriously. So I'm glad they removed the jokes. Cut a decent promo on this past Friday. Hope he gets in a better feud because with Happy Corbin, the dude's annoying. I get it, he's a corporate guy. Shout out to him, but the dude's annoying. There's a heel, but then there's just people like you just get him off the screen. Because there's heels that, some people is like, okay, you don't like him, but you'll still listen to what you have to say. Corbin, it's like, no, just get him away. I feel like Corbin could just have a better character because when he cuts a promo, you could tell if he was given a better character, the promos would be better. But nonetheless, I think Madcap should win because it seems like they're rolling with him. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm okay with that. Then we got the United States Championship match. Hasn't been defeated since WrestleMania last year. Finally, it gets back on a pay-per-view. That's what I mean. Last time it was on a pay-per-view. Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali. I think Theory should win it. I feel like he's obviously high on by Vince McMahon. They're obviously going to have him win. They're going to push him and put him over Ali. Hopefully, Ali has a better role after this and that they don't just... They most likely will, but just lose him have him as a jobber. Hope that doesn't happen. Personally, I think that Ricochet versus Walter should have been on this card. That's gonna happen next week for the Intercontinental Championship on Friday. Personally, thought this could have easily been on the card. That's a dope match to have, and I don't know why they didn't put that on Hell in a Cell. But then again, what is life? So, yeah, I think that Theory's going to win this match. I feel like I saw their Instagram post on WWE's page. It was like basically John Cena teasing at facing Theory, which obviously they look on Theory as a John Cena in terms of that bodybuilder, good look type character that they're going to like push to the top, which I'm okay with. That could happen down the line. Teased at it a little bit. So, and I'm cool with that match. And we could be calling that match when it gets there. So, cool. Next match is a handicap match between Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP. Think Lashley should win it and get put in a much better feud because him with Omos for like the fourth time, don't need to see it, didn't need to see it twice, didn't need to see it once actually. So, let alone 3 times. And now a fourth, even though he's still involved in it, even though if it's not one-on-one, he's still involved in it. So, MVP and Lashley were perfect for each other in terms of MVP didn't have any, he was good on the mic. He's a heel manager, of course. So he was easily able to be used with someone, and just the dominant character that Lashley has, perfect with MVP. Don't know why they ruined and destroyed her business. I don't know. They broke him up for no reason. That was one of the brighter spots in the pandemic area. They could have easily carried that over to when the crowd came back, but it happens. WWE's usually good at ruining good things. Next matchup, slightest intrigue. You may or may not be interested in this. I may or may not be interested. I'm not sure. But it's Judgment Day, by the way, consists of Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley versus AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan, who I think should win this match is Judgment Day because they're a new heel faction. So I think that would build them up. I think you need to build them up for a couple of months before you have them losing, especially if they're trying to be a dominant faction. Should not have them losing. There will be a fourth member of Judgment Day. I think the fourth member should either be a heel Balor, like Finn Balor turning heel, because for the first time we would see a different character. Other than if you exclude the Demon, we will finally see a different side of Finn Balor on the main roster, and I would enjoy that. Hope that Demon Balor comes out more often because if they're not going to use you for anything else, you might as well. And I get it, you don't want to rely on the alter ego. You want to be your own self, but your own self is a jobber. That's how they treat you. So I'll bring up the Demon character more often, but that's just a side note. Think either Balor should turn heel or what I most want the outcome to be is Ciampa reveals himself as the fourth member, costing him the match. Because a heel Ciampa, first of all, we already thought, for anyone who knows about Ciampa, we already figured him getting moved up to the main roster, him dyeing his beard brown. I don't know why they had him do all that, but we knew when he was getting moved up to the main roster, it was pretty much downhill from there. So I think this would be a huge way to give him a prominent role. Because if you realize, other than Edge, everyone in this faction was going nowhere, lost sense of direction. That's why I feel like it works even more. Anyway, moving on to the next match. Raw Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch versus Asuka. Bianca Belair should retain. I don't think that this belt, that Bianca Belair, her having the belt, I don't think anytime soon should it be lost. I don't even have anyone in mind who should beat her at the moment. So Becky Lynch definitely doesn't need the belt again. Asuka doesn't need it this soon, returning. And, man, the build-up to this match has been lackluster, to say the least. They just been doing Bianca versus Asuka. I think they did it like twice. Becky Lynch versus Asuka, they did it twice to lead up to the build-up of this triple threat. So, essentially, all of these mixture of matches between the three, other than all of them facing at the same time. So, that's WWE 101 in terms of booking. Let's just do the same thing over and over again, especially when you have a multi-person match. Let's just have them compete against each other in different forms until we get to the pay-per-view. It happens. It's whatever. I've already accepted at this point. So the main event, the only match I would say I'm looking forward to, because when you say looking forward to it, that's a huge statement. Looking forward to the Hell in a Cell match between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. It's gonna be, I feel it's going to be a dope match. The last two matches, obviously 9 out of 10 matches. I think this match is going to be dope. It's going to be carnage, of course. Chairs, tables, maybe even ladders. Not sure. Last time Seth was in Hell in a Cell was against Edge, and it was a dope match. This match should follow suit. I think Cody should win it, but at the same time, I would have something dope planned for Rollins because him as a heel against Cody going 0-3 against Cody is not good for him. Cool for Cody because he has to win. I know he has to win. But Seth Rollins, it's just, I hope they have something dope planned for him and that they can revive his heel character because right now, no one's believing Seth Rollins is winning at all. I mean, he doesn't even... With him losing twice, he literally doesn't even look like he stands a chance. But when Seth was going against Edge, he won the second match at least. But I know Cody can't lose, so I was fine with him winning both matches. But, yeah, I hope they have something dope for Seth playing. Because a lot of people go, oh, well, Seth's going to be fine. I'm like, knowing WWE, he might not be fine. So I wouldn't just, throw that under the bridge and just go, he's going to be fine. We hope he's going to be good. We hope he gets something as dope as this because last time Seth won a pay-per-view, I think was like last year's Survivor Series. He was like the last man standing. I think that was the last time he won at a pay-per-view, and that's not good. So hopefully they got something for Seth to revive his character because going 0-3 against Cody does not make you look good. I hope they can make that work. Now, Bray Wyatt, when the Rotunda, has been teasing at a wrestling return. Obviously, he didn't say specifically WWE, but he has the Wyatt name as his Twitter profile name, so I feel like that's gotta. I'm pretty sure WWE owns that, so you gotta believe that's where he's going. But I don't think he'd fit in AEW because AEW strictly focuses on wrestling. They want to be more of a wrestling based company. Meanwhile, WWE is more sports entertainment and Wyatt's character with the Fiend, the Firefly Funhouse stuff, all of that gimmicky type stuff is way more fit for a sports entertainment world, and especially all the props and stuff he used. Feel like WWE easily could fund that. So Wyatt actually was great in WWE. It's just winning the big matches were always the thing they went wrong with. They just would never have him win the big matches, and that's how his character got messed up. But Wyatt, like he does everything, can easily recreate and revive his character. So we could see him come out. I would pop. I would go crazy if he comes out in the main event and could potentially set some other feud with Seth Rollins. Hopefully, much better feud, by the way. Hopefully, it becomes a much better feud. But then at the same time, you would have to have Seth Rollins lose. Seth is in a tight spot. But I do think if The Fiend comes out, that would be a crazy moment. It would be dope to see. So I hope Bray Wyatt comes soon. He was one of my favorite stars. One of the few bright spots in the company. I think he should go to WWE as well because AEW, another reason why I think is because AEW has a stacked roster, a lot of stars. They got a lot going on right now, especially with CM Punk's, being injured and having to be put on the shelf, even though he's not dropping the belt, which is kind of weird. With all that going on, by the way, I think MJF should be the new champion, by the way. With the story's going, I feel like you could add to the story because the story is MJF versus Tony Khan. And obviously Tony doesn't want him on it, but he doesn't want to fire him, right? But at the same time, he's taking him off the website. They're not selling his merch. So I think it adds to the story and makes Tony Khan more upset if you make him the world champion. So that's what I think about that, by the way, as a side note. But I think Wyatt, even though it's mainly highly unlikely, I think it'd be a big moment to have him return to Hell in a Cell. And basically what I was leading into was I think he should return to WWE because he would easily stand out there. There's so much talent to the point where Wyatt would probably be a hot thing in AEW for like a month, and then he'd be like a normal star on the roster because of so many people. Or they would have already brought in someone new. So Wyatt, because the only really standout stars in WWE to me are Cody, Roman, and like maybe Edge. That's the only people that I feel like that stuck out to me. So he would easily stick out of the few stars they have because they've released so many. And the talent how they treated them, Wyatt easily would be at the top. So I think obviously he should sign for a bigger deal, more money, better booking, all that stuff before he just signs on the dotted line. For all we know, he could have already signed on the dotted line. If he did, hopefully he got a much better deal. But that's what I have to say about that. Those are my predictions. That's what I think will win the match. So Cody, Bianca Belair, Theory, Bobby Lashley, Judgment Day, Kevin Owens, and Madcap Moss is my prediction for this match. If you made it this far, I love and praise you. And thank you for watching and getting this far in the video. Hope you have a great day, great weekend for the rest of the weekend because this is posted on a Saturday. Which is now Sunday. So I hope your weekend was good because this is on like a midnight or Sunday. But no, I had to get the video out for you guys. Sorry that it took me a minute. I said we were going to be posting every day of summer, but I just usually do the videos at night. For what reason? Don't know. I've done a few videos in a day, but if you made this far, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, promote me to other people, your friends, your family, your grandma, everybody you know. Let them know. Let's go. Prodigy out. Peace.